welcome back. We're doing a get ready with me. I'm getting ready for a bridal shower, so let's get into the makeup. Y'all, I'm very beginner with my makeup. I do not know a lot of things, but I do love playing around in makeup, and this is the first time I've worn makeup like this in a very, very long time. I have not been feeling myself since dealing with a lot of different just heartbreaks, grief, a lot of different things. And so getting cute and dolled up like this kind of really reminded me of who I am and, made my day. So I'm just going in with the skin prep, the Danessa Myricks. I love that Yummy Skin collection. That primer, I don't sweat. I sweat, but I put that primer on and I don't sweat. I love going in with the e.l.f. and pairing it with the e.l.f. because it's such a, I don't want to say stick tacky consistency. I just feel like the makeup just holds on to it. This is my orange color corrector that I use for any just dark places that I need to kind of cancel out. I mainly use it under my eyes, but sometimes I'll use it on that mustache, baby. I have no problem with doing it. Okay. So I will take a kind of a slanted flathead brush. This one is from Sephora, and I use this just for my color correcting. It's loved, as you can see. But once you blend everything out, it really should still look like your skin. So that's how you know that you'll have it blended out really well. You don't want it to be like too orange on your skin, but just very corrected as it's supposed to do. Just very corrected. So this is me just blending that out, and I just take my time with it and blend it out really well and make sure that it's canceling out the dark marks. And so this is me showing you guys. See, it looks like flawless. It looks like I had no dark marks there, but baby, I do. Okay, so we're going in with the Yummy. This is the Yummy Skin Tint in 8.5. Love this stuff. I'm at Pan. I need to put this in my cart. This actually can be used as a primer if you wanted to add foundation and have a more coverage, or you can just use it, as itself. I like to just use skin tint. I'm talking here because my sister called me. We both trying to be on time. Shout out to my sister. But yes, I love this. I love this stuff. I realize when I put this stuff, especially in my T-zone, I'm not sweating. I can sweat. My makeup isn't sweating though. I might sweat, but my makeup is not moving. And that's exactly what I want. So shout out to Danessa. Bow. Look at my skin. Period. Just flawless. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills skin tint. This just gives me more coverage, and I really like this skin tint as well. So I guess I used Danessa as another primer, and then this just kind of, I don't know. I love makeup that I can use for multiple things, so that's another key tip. Just getting things that you can use for multiple uses, so you're really getting your money's worth. Especially as a beginner, you don't need all of this stuff. Now this is a little bit of jump scare because this is light. Yeah, we're gonna make it work though. So this is a part of I'm learning, not only just in makeup but in life in general, is trusting the process. But not just trusting the process, but trusting me in the process. My self-trust has been destroyed the last couple of months. And so I'm working to rebuild that, or working to actually build what it's like for me to trust myself. And so I'm looking like, oof, I'm a little scared, but I just kept patting away, and I think that's a part of life as well. You might be like, oh, this is kind of scary. But I trust myself enough to see this through. And I trust myself enough that if anything happens, I can deal with whatever happens, right? And so that's what I'm really learning. And that's what kind of helps my anxiety from going haywire, because usually I be in that anxiety spiral, and I'm like, I can't do this. But I'm figuring out now that I can do this. So anyway, that's how my makeup translates to my real life. I'm going in with my NARS. I love this NARS Laguna. I think this is Laguna 4. I love it because it's not red. Y'all know how they do the black girls. Everything's red. And so this is just genuinely a nice bronzer. I am a bronzer girl. I am going to pack on the bronzer. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's not red. It's just lifted. It's bronzed. Again, I'm a beginner, so I'm still working on all these things. I have a big forehead, so I like to put it up there as well. It kind of, between that and the concealer, kind of cancels out the forehead. But this is me feeling myself, I'm like, oh yes, I'm remembering that girl. I am remembering that girl. And she's coming back before you guys' eyes and before my eyes as well. Yeah, I'm just remembering who I am. So anyway, that's the bronzer part, you guys. I love that bronzer. But any bronzer you get, just make sure that it's not red. That I remember those days. And so I'm taking a little small dome brush. Again, I don't know if this is supposed to be the brush to use, but I use it. Anyway, I am just creating that contour of my nose. Not to change my nose. I don't know. I like to add this. I think it's cute. And so I really go in to draw up the nose of my bridge of my nose up to my eyebrows. And then I've seen the people kind of do like a little, mark over their nose to create like a cute little butt nose, and I tried that. So I don't know, we'll see. One thing about makeup is just trying different things and kind of figuring out what it is that actually works for you. So I'm going in with my Rare Beauty. I love this blush. It complements my skin in particular, but I think probably any melanated girl so well. And it's very vibrant. It's also very pigmented. You know how blushes can just be washed, but this is pigmented. I do go in with a couple of rounds because I am a blush girl. I will overdo the blush. This is me talking to Alexa, trying to make sure I ain't trying to give this content. Okay, so I go in with this Morphe brush. It is an angled brush. But actually, I was supposed to go in with my Kill and Stealer first, because we are stacking that concealer, blush, and bronzer. So this is just me going in with that real quick. I'm using the Fenty. I love the Fenty concealer. I don't know any other concealer, so maybe you guys can put me on to a different one, but I love that Fenty concealer. And so I do put it under over my little mustache, because I just think it's cute. That's just like a cute little accent. But this is kind of my placements and what I'm looking at, a little crazy. So I go in with the blush again. I don't know I guess you do, so you can let your concealer sit. That's what's important. And so I'll go in with the blush, just pat it out. And again, you're going to want to pat, 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 pat. Okay. You're going to want to keep patting and blending, patting and blending, blending and patting, blending and patting. Okay. Not rubbing. I'm going in with this brush. I think this is I'm not sure where I got this from. It's angled. I love it. I start with under my um start over my mustache and just kind of, I don't know why I highlight there. I guess because, I don't know, you guys. I just started doing that. And I'm like, hold on, trust the process, trust yourself, trust the process. It's coming through. And then I go up. I don't put a lot of concealer at the top of the forehead because I don't want to make my forehead bigger. So just a little bit down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm headed towards under the eye. And usually I use that or leave that for last so that it can dry down the most and provide the most coverage. So, like, look how flawless, wow, look how flawless that is. And you're just going to take your time, guys, and just, make sure, I don't know these faces, but just make sure that you are blending, 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 blending out the edges, going back and blending with the blush brush, um, and going back and blending with your foundation brush, right? So you're eliminating any lines of demarcation, and you're just taking your time. And that's why I get up early to do this, because you want to take your time. So I'm going in with, again, um, the Anastasia um, powder for under my eye. This is I think it's called Rich Peach. And I really like this one because it's just a beautiful gold. Like, look at that. It's a beautiful golden tone. It's not too much and it's not too not. it's just enough. And so you want to go back in, make sure you're not setting any like creases or anything like that. Get your powder puff. I got mine from Sephora. I love this powder puff. I don't know. I don't think it's any different than the other ones, but it feels like it. Okay, so dip in, get your powder. You want to dip it on the back of your hand and just even it out. And usually I look up when I do this. Yeah. And I just set it. I set a fine layer at first. I don't go in too heavy. You just want to set it and make sure that it's good. And then you can always go back and add in, more layers and stuff. But you don't want to do too much. So, yeah, I'm just setting my places that I put that concealer. I'm going in with the NARS powder. I can't remember what color this is, but this is just going to go over that bronzer and just to set the bronzer. I'm using the angled brush to do this, just to get into those small places easier. smaller brush. I think this is a blending brush. Anyway, I'm going in for the nose contour and just to set that very, very lightly. You don't want to do too much with that, but just to set it very lightly. Then I'm adding some of that bronzer in the crease of my eye just to pull everything together. I do have lash clusters on, so I didn't want to do too much with the eye, but I just want everything to look uniform, put together, and obviously I am feeling myself. Yeah, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Okay, I'm going in with blush. This is the House Labs. I love this blush. It is so pretty. Look at that. And going in with a fluffy brush and just not too much, but too much. Yeah, because y'all know I love blush. And just, yeah, I put it where I put that blush. And so usually what you want to do, and I did not do this, is start at the top of like where your eye is and come down, because then you'll diffuse the blush. But I'm feeling myself either way. But you'll diffuse the blush from the top down to the apples of your cheeks, and it won't be overwhelming on the apples of your cheeks. So that's usually what I do. But I'm going in with a second round because I do love blush, you guys, and I don't know, I just wanted to feel really dainty. I will put it up closer to my eye because I love bringing it into the under eye as well. Okay, I'm just adding some of that NARS back on the contour spots, or the bronze spots that I had. So just making sure this is the touch-ups basically. I am going in with this powder, Maybelline powder. I love using this powder just to brighten up the under eye. I promise it's not going to be looking crazy, but I love a bright under eye. Oh my goodness, it's like I don't know, it's a certain look with the bright under eye. It's just so cute, and I think it goes with my face so well. So I don't really try to bring it out so much, but keep it concentrated right under the under eye. You don't have to do this if you don't want a bright under eye or super bright under eye, but this is just something I like to do. And I like to keep it very light because this is a like powder. This is not for under eye technically, and so you don't want to overload your under eye. So I'm going in with my Sephora powder. I think this is in Toffee. Love this stuff. It is watch it just melt up. Do you see that? It just melted my makeup in. Look at that. That just looks so good. And so I'm going back in and just doing finishing touches, or if I see anything that's kind of off-putting or weird, just go in and just look again, make sure, because sometimes you can over powder or just overdo being excited about things. So I just make sure to go back because I will over powder. now it's time for spray. So I'm going in with the Milani Make It Last spray. We'll always do this just to melt everything together. Love this spray. Hold your breath. And then I'll take a little sponge, the back of a sponge, and just tap that spray in so it can really set in the area, and really kind of melt in all the powders together. I'll take my little fan and just let it sit in again, and just fan and make sure everything is, kind of sitting in and dry. Because I honestly think I sprayed a whole bunch here, so I needed to dry it a little bit. Now I'm taking this one size. Now this is the ultimate topper. You don't want your makeup to move. Make sure that you hold your breath, because I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to be putting this on our face. The way this the way this holds in your makeup. But I swear by this stuff. I love it. And then I just kind of let it sit for a little bit and, marinate on my face. But yes, this is it.
Listed as a manager on her Verizon account, thankfully, and she was able to see that someone had called Taylor 3 times while she was in the mix around 10 p.m.
It's lippy time. So I go in. I can't remember what this is called, but I love this stuff. It's like a kind of like a stain, so it stays on your lips throughout just eating, drinking, wiping, things like that. So I go in with that first. I just love it. As you can tell, I got a really dark one, and then I had to go back and get the brown one. Honestly, here I do not know. I think I'm using the brown one. I think the dark one is darker than this, but I love it. And so then I go back in with just another brown liner. This is Juvia's Place, and I kind of color in the sides of my lips, and things like that, just going over it, so it kind of adds another layer of protection of keeping my lip combo on. So you just want to take your time. I love lip. I think the lip combo is like my favorite part. So you just want to take your time with that. So here I'm going in and just adding some blue for the under eye. I always love to add blue, even if I'm going out at night. It's a good alternative to black, so it doesn't look as harsh, but it still kind of wakes up the eyes. And I'm going in with Morphe. I think this is Chill. Oh my God, I love this one. This is my favorite. And so, yeah, I just go in with it all over. It is a perfect nude. It's not too much. It's not too light where it doesn't show. It is perfect. And on top of that, I go in with this faux filter by Huda Beauty. I love this one too. I bought this one and another color. And it makes the lips pop. Like, you put it on, you're just like, wow, my lips look good. All right, y'all, this is the face. Stay tuned. All right, my loves, here is the makeup and how my hair turned out. This is the dress that I am wearing to the bridal party or bridal shower. This is the side, the back. It is a very flowy dress. It is short, so you need to wear some shorts under it, but I don't mind because I show off my legs. I am gonna wear some cute beige heels and like a blue purse to kind of complement the colors, but not like be matchy. So this is it, you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Love y'all. Bye. You look good, girl. Thank you.